Visual arts play an important role in life. Whether to invoke feeling, inspiration, or thought, we all have been affected by art somehow in our life. Hi, my name is Haley Fritz, and I'm in the Recording Arts program here at Full Sail University. I had the privilege of interviewing a good friend of mine, Katie Fisher, over email to get her thoughts on visual arts. Katie is a musician and also attending school for art in Grand Rapids, Michigan. All that being said, I could think of no one better to interview than this lovely lady. Let's get started. Question 1. What do you see as the role of visual arts in society today, particularly in your profession? To which Katie said, "Visual arts are so important. Our nation has recently made our whole lives visual. We are currently in a state of visual rather than kinesthetic, so it makes art more important than it ever was before. With there being constantly a screen in front of our faces. There's art on the products we are constantly bombarded with in media. Sometimes the art influences the purchase of those products. We broadcast our very own favorite things through art in the style of clothing and accessories. Without these outlets to help enhance our daily life, we would be a very different culture indeed. This can apply directly to my major very well, which is illustration, in the sense that an idea is always accomplished by an image that tells its story." Question 2. New communications and media technologies make imagery almost instantly available. Do you believe that it is having a positive or negative influence on your field or industry? Can you provide an example? He said, "It really depends on how you look at it. I personally believe that it makes standing out in a whole garden full of great artists a particularly tremendous feat. When all of your peers already have access to the same social media outlets that you do and are able to broadcast their art just as well as you, if not better, with the right tools and networking. With that being said, I believe that it is also a wonderful thing where an artist is fully capable of getting their name recognized and sell their work early in their career. For example, there's a program offered at Kendall College for Art and Design where the Illustration Club may put students' artwork up for free and give them the ability to sell their work in the name of the school. The fact that something like that is available now is so amazing to me." Question 3. What popular images do you see that are frequently repeated throughout your industry? Katie replied, "I wouldn't call it a popular image, as it's more a popular subject matter, but political and social issues are challenged again and again by artists. That's what we're here for. Art can be manipulated in many ways, and a very common path is to question something about society that some of the closed-minded public may not have picked up on until they were shown a way to. Things like feminism, racism, and trans movement. And generally, just what is the norm is a common thing that art keeps coming back to." Question 4. Who is one of your favorite visual artists and/or what is your favorite style of visual art? Katie replied by saying, "Francisco de Goya was a champ. Not only was he able to capture the vitality of what emotion is in art, but in addition, what he was able to convey was just so raw. It makes me wonder how artists were ever able to do it before. The Romantics do it right." Question 5. How has your knowledge of famous artwork influenced your creative process? Katie's final answer was, "I never knew art history was so important until I came to art school. I always had this idea that artists should break away from the regular conventions of the masters, which they did for a while. Dadaism is a joke. But as we all know, history repeats itself. Artists use old ideas again and again to influence their own work. And knowing where you come from is also important. Knowing what got that famous artist to where they went is very influential in what artists today will do in their own art." This concludes my interview with Miss Fisher. I really enjoyed her insightful and well thought out answers. Thank you for listening.